this weekend, so such a bummer, great guy, and what we want to do as fans is, since he couldn't be here, he's still here with us in spirit. At 6 p.m. tonight in this room, we're going to be hosting a Peter Mayhew tribute panel. I encourage you guys to come to that, spread the word about it, talk about it, and we're going to kind of share some stories and talk a little bit about Peter. So you guys in for that? Is someone going to show up for that? Yeah? Cool. I hope so. My name is Aaron Sagers. I'm excited to bring these guys out here. Before I do, there's a microphone right there. Boom, right in the middle. You guys can line up and get ready with your questions now for the Smallville cast. What I am going to ask is keep it to one question per person. Make it an actual question instead of a monologue. Also, please, no special requests. Don't get too weird on me, Dallas. I like you, but don't get too weird on me. And we're going to have a great time together. Also, if you are not directly at the microphone, please squat down if you are physically able, so you are not blocking your fellow nerds behind you. And also give it up for our interpreters on the stage who have been working hard all weekend and will continue to. All right, without further ado, you guys ready for the cast of Smallville? All right, make some noise. Of course you know where it's Lana Lane from Smallville. Give it up for Kristin Kreuk. Oh, we have a reel too. Well, let's throw them to the reel after that intro. Let's show the reel. Nobody wants a reel.
My father wants me to believe it's built on trust, but it's not. It's built on lies and deceit.
Do you ever feel guilty? Setting your father in prison, well done.
You know, Michael, after surgery, you really shouldn't be filming or waving. Thanks for being here, everybody, and being patient today. Thanks.
You guys went rogue. They sent you out that way. You're coming out that way. Didn't know what it is.
I stole Kristin's hat.
It's a damn fine hat. It's a nice look for you.
Dude, Kristin Kreuk is here! Dude, the first time all three of us are together, and I don't know how many years.
No, it's been a really long time.
The show ended.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dallas, right?
And it's good because we're going to get to your audience questions. But before we do, welcome to Dallas Fan Expo, all of you guys. What is it? What's the dynamic like being back together at a con after so long of not being together? Is it trading war stories? Are you guys remembering things that have long been forgotten about the show?
I had a very awkward moment with Kristin where I was like, it's me. Tom.
We work together.
Small.
Yes, that did happen.
We were watching this reel in the background, but you guys were seeing it, and Kristin goes, bunch of babies.
No,
Just
she
look
said,
at a bunch of babies.
look at my babies. didn't say that?
No, but it's an
I
action.
thought I heard that. Let's pretend you said that.
You really shouldn't be turning your neck like that.
Michael, face
I know,
forward.
I have to keep, I had surgery, so, it's all for Dallas.
You suffer for Dallas. That's very sweet of you. Well, hey, you guys have questions, right? Let's go ahead and start right away. Let's right up top.
My question is, of the arcs that your characters went through that you remember, which story arc would be your favorite or most memorable?
Favorite story arc?
Kristin.
Kristin.
Well, guys.
Xmas, the story when Lex and Lana are in love. That's when I really got to know you, Michael.
I always thought that relationship was hilarious. Every time I saw it, like in the editing room or whatever, or even directing it, it was hilarious to see the two of you, like, because I know we knew each other and stuff, and it's just like, I knew you were playing him the whole time, and he didn't care. Lex was like, oh, that's fine, I'll deal with this.
Why were you in the editing room watching scenes of this?
That's why I became an executive producer, so I could just go watch scenes of you guys.
Oh, by the way, you know what I love to do, Tom? We have a sign language person here. I love that. That's beautiful. I respect that. Thankful that we have someone here to help those who can't hear like we can. Right there. But there is one thing I like to do that I find really fun. And I hope you'll be okay with it. I like to say this one word because I just want to see how it is in sign language.
Right.
And that word is diarrhea. I had diarrhea last week. And I think I'm over the diarrhea. It was explosive. Thank you for hearing my story about diarrhea.
Well, Michael, after experimenting with the diarrhea, have you tried to do the sign for it?
I do it while I'm defecating.
It's like so pretty. It's like
Tom loves it.
I just when you learn those words, I don't know.
Yeah, when do you learn the word diarrhea in sign language? Is that like an 800th?
Yeah.
Oh!
I'm sure they teach it to you fast.
Kristin, welcome to the comms.
This is really lovely.
Great.
Yeah. It's a lovely, delicate word. It just kind of flows. Were you going to answer that question? Is there any other input on the favorite story arcs or anything? Just you.
Favorite story arc. I haven't thought about this in a very long time. But I know it was a controversial story arc, but I did love Lana's final arc. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was awesome. She kind of came out badass.
I would say, and I think a lot of you have said to me today at the signing table, that Jonathan Clark's story was very strong for me. And Schneider had a big part of that. That resonated with me a lot, yeah. And the Lionel Lex was awesome too.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it ended with me shoving him out the window of a 50-story building. That was a good conclusion to that story, a good wrap up. A little messy, but a good cleanup.
Nice little bow on that. Yes, next question.
Hello. Kristin, as someone who is also of Asian and European descent, I am wondering what impact your ethnicity has had on your life and career.
Well, for me, apparently it's worked out quite well. Kristin's had a fabulous career. Oh, sorry, didn't she say Kristin? Yeah. Sorry. I'm just looking at everyone kneeling down behind you. These poor people. You don't have to do that for us. It's not Zod in here.
We do this so all the people in the back can see.
Okay, I'm gonna be a dick. I just have to ask, what was the question again?
What impact impact has your ethnicity had on your life and career?
I don't know. I think now I'm able to play my heritage, and I can incorporate that into the stories that I tell and what I'm a part of, and that's helped me a lot. But I don't know what impact it's had on my career because I haven't had the opposite experience. But yeah, it's at this point in my life, it's an incredible thing that I'd like to kind of tap into.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, those lights they are strong, aren't they?
They are quite, yeah. Hi, how are you?
They're filming us, right?
I guess some
Is this
people
being
are.
filmed?
Oh, you mean
A few people.
Yeah,
I don't know if the con is streaming or filming it or anything.
Just wondering, because
Why
I want to put some artificial...
You.
Okay, great.
Yeah, there's a lot of internet stuff going on here. I see a Wakanda necklace, by the way.
Wakanda forever.
Hey, wrong franchise, but we'll allow your question.
Yeah, so my name's Carlton. Yesterday was my birthday, so when I saw you guys here, I was like, kind of a birthday present to myself here, so thanks for coming. So my question is this. I'm not really a person who cries during shows, like Endgame didn't make me cry, but Smallville was one of those rare shows where, yeah, I know everybody's like, what? No, so Smallville was one of those shows where I found myself crying, especially Kristin, something you did, so I thought this is what it was like for me. You know, for y'all, just what was some of the most emotionally demanding moments or scenes y'all remember from the show, where you really had to dig depth to get that emotional depth that we saw?
So most emotionally demanding scenes or moments from the show.
Every time I worked with Michael.
Do you remember the scene where you guys are walking away? I'm like, higher, look higher here.
No, when you were like, you love him, you love him, from behind the camera.
She's acting like
Like, I got it. I got it. I love him.
still love
Michael was directing an episode, and he needed to be next to the camera because he wanted to be close to the actors. And it was one of these things where the eye line, like, as I don't know if it's you or me who was walking away. Somebody was walking away and passes the camera, and Michael's sitting there next to the camera like he's Quentin Tarantino. And the eye line needed to, you couldn't just watch the character walk away, you had to kind of look up because that was the angle of the camera. And he's like, she's leaving, and I'm like into it, and I'm like, is she getting fucking taller, bro? And he goes, I don't know, I'm directing! I'm into it, I feel it! I know what I'm doing! Look at here! My finger! I'm amazing, I'm Quentin Tarantino's the bomb!
Is it intimidating when, as an actor on a series, you also then say, oh, by the way, guys, I'm now going to direct this episode. Obviously, you're already a team, but
I don't think so for us. I thought everybody who directed it, I think, we all were like, yes, let's do it. Like, everybody was so
You've been doing it for
supportive.
so long. It was pretty much normal, yeah?
yeah. Cool. Hi. Thank you. Thanks for
I think that everybody, like, when one of the peers was directing, or somebody, if Tom was directing, if I was directing, if Allison was directing, whoever was, we always gave it even more because, you know, it was like their first time or whatever. Tom directed actually quite a few. But you always wanted to give them the most because they hadn't done this and you wanted that episode to be better, I think.
Yeah, Schneider, everything, yeah.
Yeah. Hey.
Thanks, guys.
Hey guys, just want to say, Clark, you're amazing. Lana, you're amazing, and Lex, you're amazing.
Thank you.
And I was wondering, Tom, if maybe you wear this jacket.
No.
You won't? Not for like a
It's not gonna
picture.
fit, dude. I can tell through the shadow.
Are you for sure? It's an extra large.
Also,
It's too small.
And I have no idea how long you've been wearing that.
I know.
And my question was, from a fan's perspective, I know you guys have bounced it around at many panels, but we would just rather like a live action movie or TV series.
Yeah, I don't know.
You guys have bounced around an animated one, and we really want live action.
I agree with you. Kristin may not know about this. Him and I have been talking with him. Apparently, I don't know if you know this. They've been doing.
Yeah, excuse me for a second.
Yeah, they've been doing Smallville comic books.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been doing those.
Yeah, apparently
Then
they're
I
really
have
good.
a name for my superhero.
Yeah. We haven't been paid.
You already know about this. We don't know about your.
No, I
We were
just
just
heard
talking
about
about
it
us and like what we were doing.
So we're thinking of
Well,
doing
you can be now that you're aware.
Well, we're thinking of doing a Smallville cartoon where you just voice it.
Let's not do a cartoon. Let's not do a
Would you do that?
I don't know if we're allowed to, but I'd like to.
Can we do live action?
We're not gonna do it right now, though.
Oh, live action too, yeah.
Oh, did you want them to perform on stage?
No, I'm just saying, instead
that's
of
not happening.
animated, you guys try to do live action.
The what?
You want
From
us
a
to do
fan's
live
perspective,
action?
we'd rather live action instead of animated.
So you're asking them to greenlight this right now?
No, I'm saying like, can they try to make that happen? 'Cause
Yes, let's all try to make that happen.
Okay.
All right.
Can I have one more question?
No, you only got the one. But there's a lot of other people behind you. But
Are you gonna do an Arrow next season?
No. That was a bad joke.
Oh.
Sorry.
Thank you for bringing
Yeah.
that up, because we wanted to know.
also, I like that I opened the panel by saying, "Don't get weird," and then you say, "Will you wear my clothes?"
It's better than will you wear my skin?
True. It's true. Thanks for putting it in perspective for me.
Yeah.
Hi. What's your question?
You guys can tell that we didn't have a lot of much fun working together in a few years.
Diarrhea, 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 explosive diarrhea. Tom loves it. Tom loves it.
It's really almost like balletic.
She's
It's
on
like
you.
so graceful.
She's graceful.
On you.
Or on to me. As long as I make this woman laugh right here, we're okay. Okay, sir.
Yes. Is your question diarrhea related?
No, he has answered my question. I know he had diarrhea last week. No, that wasn't my question.
No, that was Kansas City.
Okay, my question is, after Smallville, they started coming out with all these other CW TV shows about superheroes. So if y'all could be on any of those shows, which one would it be and who would you play?
Beauty and the Beast.
That's not the...
It's over though.
I mean like Arrow or Flash or
Legends.
Oh, thanks for the clarification.
Supergirl.
Which one should we be in? Supergirl?
Well, we've reached a consensus.
I think the most honest answer I heard over here was all of them.
How about Smallville, the older years? Hey Lex, how are you? Well, I just had neck surgery. Can't really turn my head this way. Could you stand right over there, Tom? Clark.
So not like 8 years later, but we could even do like 30 years.
Yeah, we could do, well, we were talking about something that we were going to do. We'll talk about that later. You don't remember what I talked about?
In the song.
Dude, that's funny.
It was literally a conversation.
It was in the song, and two old guys in a song go, I got this idea. It's gonna kill. Think we can get Kreuk?
He locked me in a hot room and a towel with him before he brought it up. I'm like, we've been hanging out for the last 2 hours before the sauna. We could have talked about this when there was more room and other witnesses. But he has a good idea. But when he's ready, I'm sure he'll tell you.
Well, you know, as like a follow-up, everybody asks about the CW shows. What's interesting is like when you guys, now it's Vancouver, it's like CW town. Was it, and when you started, it was even before Supernatural, so was it a relatively quiet...
Jensen Ackles played Lana's boyfriend. My football coach. And him and I were on set, and he's looking at me, and I'm looking at him, he's like, it's kind of weird. And I'm like, yeah, no, let's get it done. Because he's a pro, he's a great guy. It's hard to meet a nicer person than Jensen and Jared. I don't know if you guys are fans of them, but they're great guys.
I just asked Kristin, like, shit that I should have known. I go, wait, here's your coach, but he was like out of school, so that's not legal.
But he came from Paris with...
Hold on. So Michael, because actually you answer the why. I'll ask the question. Michael, why did you only read the scenes that Lex was in? Legit, this is like an acting question. Like
Because
actor studios.
Ask me again.
Michael, during your years at Smallville, why was it that you made a choice to only read scenes that Lex was in?
Well, Thomas, I felt as though if Lex doesn't know what happened, why should I? It's like I just know what I'm saying at these moments. I don't need to know everything else that is going on that Lex doesn't know is going on. If I just know what I'm saying. Does that make sense, Thomas?
Yeah, because I remember like when you'd go into a scene and he'd say, Clark, where have you been? He didn't know.
Which made it better.
And by the way, that is an actual little trick you can do for yourself as an actor. You can make those choices, you know, like where have you been? And it's helpful because you're being sincere. And the other thing I always thought in Smallville was really funny is that no one ever knocked. Like people just showed up in the loft. And it was really cool when Lana would just show up in the loft. That's
Not great in a high school boy. He could be doing other things.
But then if Lex was in the loft, it was like, oh, and then you get like the Martian Manhunter or whatever the hell his name was. He was dope. And where the hell did he come from?
I'm a billionaire and my security sucks. I could be sitting there doing the most intense work and it's like, oh, hey, how are you? Who let you in? I'm gonna have to fire him again. Did you ever notice that?
I didn't at the time.
They actually shot the X-Men movies at the Luthor Mansion and Lex didn't know about it. Did you guys catch that in the movies?
It's cold in here.
Next question, A.
Hi. I was wondering what y'all felt about how Smallville has really catapulted that all the superhero things that we have now on TV, especially with the CW, like that y'all were the beginning of that. How does that make y'all feel? And like, did y'all know it would become this?
That was 2 questions.
Sorry.
I think it's pretty cool. I mean, it's been, I don't even know, what was the first other superhero show?
Well, Supernatural kind of spawned, but then really
It was Arrow, right?
It was Arrow, right?
Yeah. Which was when I started Beauty and the Beast, so that was a while after the show ended. So, but it's pretty, I don't know, it's cool. I don't watch them.
Yeah, well, that's okay. You know what I think? I think this. I think that
Do you need a puppet?
we were, like, not to toot our own horn, but we were the first of all of them. We were like the mothership or whatever, is that what they call it?
Literally the definition of tooting your own horn. It's the definition of tooting your own horn.
Yeah, I'm tooting our own horn. I just, you know, I felt like it was, and then it spawned off and all these, it kind of made that stuff cool, like the way they shot it, the money they put behind it, it made it like a little movie every week. And from there they go, wow, this works. And then Arrow and Flash and all these successful shows, which were great shows, I'm sure.
The boring answer is Smallville they were trying to make Smallville for 10 years. When they first started, like, we're going to make a TV show about Superman, Al Miles, who created the show, they've been trying for 10 years. So the answer is technology had finally caught up to a point when we did the pilot, where it became cost effective to do these visual effects. Where literally the year before, we couldn't do it. So that allowed us to do all these crazy things. I mean, we went from, I was in the back of a Ford F-150 that was driving at like 10 miles an hour with a treadmill in the back that was going faster, and I'm running like this because we're trying to figure out how to do super speed because no one's ever done it before. And I remember being like, is this safe? And they're like, no, not at all. But keep going, don't look at us, I don't think I fall. Look forward. And we're like, oh, let's just figure this out. And there were things that cost $50,000 in the first year that by the time we got to the 8th season, the visual effects company was like, oh, we won't even charge you for that. Like, the technology really caught up. And then the storytelling, I mean, we had a lot of heart in our show, and I think, as far as I know, Flash has a ton of heart, especially with the father-son dynamic. And then Arrow's a little bit darker and more sort of individualistic as far as the characters relate to each other. But from a technology standpoint, I think that was the big break that allowed us to go, and then allowed the other shows to also blossom.
Yeah.
I just said blossom.
Yeah. And we're good pals with a lot of these guys, like Daniel Panabaker and Stephen Amell. They're all great people, so it's great to see their success, and the shows have so much success. And it just helps new fans find Smallville in a way, because Hulu just released Smallville, or was it a year ago or something. So we have these new fans that are coming in like, oh, I'm showing my son Smallville now, and it's cool. It's like, who thought we'd be here at conventions and we'd have these fans still hanging out with us. So thank you guys. It's ridiculous. Please keep coming.
But I think it's really notable that when you're the first to be able to last that long as
I've
well.
never heard that one before.
Apologizing to
It was.
Oh my God, a new one! Hold on a second, please hold on here.
No. This is your time, folks.
Time well spent.
You shouldn't be doing that with your neck.
We're really having a lot of... What the hell?
Slight technical glitch as Michael figures out.
It's recording now, so you keep recording.
Are you trying to take a selfie?
No,
Holding
dude.
it.
Important content is being created.
So, we're having a great time up here. Big audience, really love it. Sign language, very important. It's nice to have you here. Thank you for being here. Diarrhea.
That's why we're gonna have. Yeah.
Diarrhea. Diarrhea. Explosive. Diarrhea. You made a sound though. She actually went. Thank you for doing this time. Thank you for
You guys are good.
I hope all of you will have learned this sign by the end of the day. Takeaway from Fan Expo.
Somebody out there's a...
Next question.
Yeah, what does he keep saying?
Silent Bob.
Hi, my name's Maddie.
That's what he sounds like.
Sorry. I've been a fan since I was 5 when the show came out, so yeah. And ever since then I've wondered, what was y'all's favorite prank pulled on set?
Favorite prank on set. One of my favorite is Laura Vandervoort was on the show, and we were trying to. It was an episode where Lex was president, and we were trying to. She was going to get shot, and she had these things called squibs, which is the special effects guy hits a trigger, and then the blood shoots out of you, and it looks like you got shot. But we did it twice, and we'd be like 1, 2, 3, and on like 3 she'd go like this, and then she'd get shot. So I thought, how can we make this better? So what we didn't tell Laura is on the next day we hit the trigger on 2, and so it's in the actual episode is her not thinking she has another second before she gets shot, and so we hit the trigger before she could react to it, and so she's really surprised that she got shot.
Isn't that illegal?
Yeah. And I remember being like, cut, perfect, next scene. And as I was walking away, all I heard was, Laura's funny.
Kristin, how about you?
Pranks? I don't remember any pranks. I remember that Emmanuel Vaugier put fake poo in your toilet.
That wasn't the first time.
Oh.
Tom put like 10 gallons of chili in my shitter. And I walked there at 6 in the morning and opened my trailer, exhausted. They gotta shave my head, probably cut me again. And I look and my whole trailer is full of what I think is crap.
But days before that, Michael, like we were like just talking about, he goes, hey man, does anyone go in your trailer when you're not there?
And I just realized she's dealing with that. She's dealing with it again. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it.
And I'm like, what do you mean? Wardrobe goes in there. People go in and out of there, to get it ready, or like whatever. And he goes, I'm pretty sure there's somebody taking a dump in my trailer when I'm not there. And I was like, no way. And he's like, yeah, dude. And I go, how do you know? He goes, I can just tell. I go, have you seen it? He goes, no, I just have a feeling. So a couple days later, I've been trying to make it true for him. And I got this guy who was like 6'8", like 500 pounds, Big Al. His name was literally Big Al. And he was like the most quiet guy you'll ever meet in your life. He's one of our Teamsters. He'd be like, hey. That's it. That's all he ever said. And I had him walk out of Michael's trailer when Michael pulled up. And he was out. And Michael gets out of his Don't say anything.
Yeah.
Good times.
Oh, diarrhea jokes. I apologize to no one. This is funny.
I'm so glad we have a young person asking the next
Batman.
questions. Yeah.
What's up, Batman?
Hi, how are you? What's your question?
Hi, I'm Liam, and my question is, what was the funniest, blooper on the set of Smallville? I'm just wondering, I like funny moments.
Yeah, bloopers are funny. Okay, so my favorite blooper, which isn't in the show, but I'll give you a little story. There's an episode that we did where Michael played the president. I think it was the same episode I was just referring to. And Michael had a 4 or 5 page speech as president. He had to come out and speak. So we set up this podium and we bring out the actor, which was Michael, to set up the lights and make sure everything looks good. And he comes out and we're like, do you want to rehearse it? Michael's like, I don't need to rehearse it. I'm standing here, I'm not moving, why should I rehearse it? Michael will be like, I'm not moving, why should I do it? Like, fine, okay, cool. All right, so 15, 20 minutes later, we call Michael out and he goes, let's shoot the first one. Like, okay, let's shoot the first one. Then it really matters and everybody pays attention. So we say action, and Michael comes out and stands on a podium like this, and he sits here like the president, and he goes, my fellow, where are my teleprompters? And I'm like, what? He's like, I'm the president of the United States, why don't I have teleprompters?
I'm not memorizing this 5-page speech.
Yeah. And I'm like, president. Oh my God. I'm like, we're totally screwed right here. And we're cut, and Glenn Minter and I are just dying laughing, but we're also scared because 5 pages is a lot of dialogue. So we're like, we don't have teleprompters, Michael. And he's like, are you kidding me? And he goes, hold on, give me 15 minutes. He comes back 15 minutes later, nails the whole thing, no problem, legit. But it was a pretty funny blooper that I don't think is in the show, but it did happen.
None of that made the show. Waste of time. I don't think, bloopers, we always were doing stuff. We're always messing with each other. We're always laughing. You were always breaking.
Me? Never. I'm so concentrated.
We just had a good time with each other. We really did. It was so easy. I think the toughest part was being a guest star. Because they'd see, oh my God, they're having so much fun. They've been doing this for so long. And they come on, and we would always feel bad and try to help out the guest stars. I remember one guest star didn't know their lines.
I think I felt bad.
They couldn't learn their lines at all. To the point where I looked at him and I go, hey, I'm gonna stick the lines to my forehead.
So it's only Michael and I, so imagine if you're a guest star on the show, your first scene is walking down this long medical hallway, and you have to interrupt Clark and Lex and give them this important paragraph of information. And this actor comes in and he says, excuse me, we both turned. He was like, sorry, can I do that again? And he got to the point where Michael just took the sides, which are a little version of the script that you get to see before you go into a scene, and he just held them up in front of me. He goes, just read them, dude, just read them. The guy's like, I can't do that, I'm an actor. Michael's like, no, we do it all the time. We do it all the time. Tom, we do it all the time. And I'm like, oh yeah, all the time.
The next time he still couldn't do it, so that's when I stuck him to my head. And I was like, hey, how's it going? He's like, are you sure you guys do this all the time? I'm like, oh yeah, CGI, dude. They take off. It was a scary moment though. I felt nervous. I remember one guest star who was never invited back. Do you remember when he was the director, he went up, the director said, okay, about to give him direction, and he goes, why don't you go back to your chair, and you do what you do, and I'll do what I do, and everything will be great. And Tom and I looked at each other like, he won't be coming back. He didn't. Yeah, it's really weird.
Well, hi.
So my question is mainly for Kristin and Tom, and it's how did you guys feel when you were filming your last scene, and if you thought it was a good ending for your guys' relationship or characters?
Well, Kristin was really happy. She's like, I'm sorry, dude. I got this kryptonite skin. I gotta go. In fact, you need me for your close-up. When we turned around, you were ready to go.
I don't remember what we shot.
Oh yeah, it was the last
Was it
scene.
outside?
It was right outside the studio. It was like wet and the whole thing, and it was like I couldn't get close to you because you had kryptonite skin.
Oh, right, and
you
the
had to
thing was
leave.
burning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you and I, like, listen, the thing is, like, we always had trust between the actors on the set. Like, we kind of have our own thing going on. And then we're like, okay, cool, let's do the scene. All right, cool. Like, well, Kristin was like, she was done after that. She's like, cool, all right, thanks. And I was like, yeah, right on. We'll be here.
That's true, that is how it went.
Yeah. It was very rational. On set, at least, you know. But emotional for the characters, but that's where the acting comes in. Yeah.
Thank you.
It's probably not the most satisfying answer ever.
No, I'm not going to satisfy a lot of answers. I'm sorry. Michael does. So he's
Michael's showing us videos he's been filming.
Cat videos.
I was filming these sleeping while they're talking.
All right.
Hey there, what's your question?
Oh yes, my name is Shane, and during the early years of Smallville, I was, and this was before Superman Returns came out, I was hoping that after they wrapped up the series that they would do a Superman movie based on the Smallville continuity, and my question to you, Tom, is would you have been on board with that if they had?
You said a Superman video game?
No, if they had made a Superman movie based on the Smallville
continuity.
Oh
I would have been on
yeah,
board
we
with it.
actually, I don't know if I just made this up or not, but I thought we all kind of talked about, because we had all gotten to a point in Smallville where it was like, we all felt something needed to change, like around year 6 or 7.
You got rid of me. That was your
change. Yeah. And the idea was like, why don't we do a movie in between 2 seasons where Clark becomes Superman, or some version of something, and then we come back to the TV show. And I remember talking to Al Miles, and they were like, you realize that will like never happen. Like no TV show stops to do a movie about itself and then goes back to being a TV show. Now you can do whatever you want, but there was just like that wasn't gonna happen. Yeah.
Thanks. Oh, he was already gone.
A satisfying answer.
He left like mid-answer. Like he just
all right, well, you know.
Hi.
It's my point of view. No, sorry.
He's doing the theme song to my podcast. It's my point of view.
You're listening to Inside of You. Michael Rosenbaum.
Thanks, buddy. Look at that. Thanks for listening, man. Free on iTunes.
Anytime I go to a restaurant, I always ask the waiter or waitress, what's the craziest table you've encountered, or worst whatever. And nurses, I always ask what's the worst patient. What's the strangest fan encounter the three of y'all have had? What's the creepiest or weirdest?
I've got one. My favorite fan encounter is one that Michael had. The one that you had. I'm gonna steal it from you.
Is it the one with
Go ahead. Yeah, I can have that one. So, as you all know, visiting us at our tables, unfortunately sometimes you have to stand in line, and there's a lot of time that's spent in line, and you guys are very patient. Again, thank you for that. And 99.999%, you meet people who are like, dude, I really love your show, this is the impact it had on me, great to meet you, and it's like, all really positive. This dude, Michael's sitting there, and there's, the person leaves, and the next dude comes up and he goes, hey man, I just wanted to tell you, I waited in line to tell you something. And Michael's like, well, sure. He's like, I think Gene Hackman is the best Lex Luthor ever, not you. Michael goes, so do I. That's what I said. And the guy was like, well. And then just and then walked off. And you imagine waiting in line for 2 seconds to do that? Let alone 45 minutes?
And what I think he really wanted me to say, hey, I just want you to know my favorite is Gene Hackman. And I'm like, yeah. Yeah, me too. He's like, all right. All right then. I guess we're on the same. I had this one moment, I was at a Chicago concert, the band Chicago. Can you name a song, Tom?
No. I'm more of a foreigner guy.
If you leave me now, take away the biggest part of me.
Oh, you?
So I went to the Chicago concert and I went to get a beer. And I went to get a beer and this woman who's getting my beer, she goes, mm-hmm. And I go, mm-hmm, what? She goes, I know who you are. And I go, who am I? She goes, I swear, you Lex, baby. I said, hang on, wait a minute. She goes, you Lex, baby. You Lex. So I said to her, I go, do you want an autograph or a picture? She goes, no, I'm good. I don't need no picture. You have a nice evening. That was it, man. She was just cool as hell.
You did get the beer though, right?
Oh yeah, I got the beer.
Got the beer.
It wasn't free. That's all right, disappointing. You Lex, baby. Now pay you millionaire with your fake millionaire money. What's yours?
Yeah, what's your...
I don't have like a specific story. I have either really wonderful, amazing fans, a bunch of them are here today, who are incredibly supportive and follow me like places, and they're awesome, or I get really scary people. So I kind of get on both ends of the spectrum. I think I think Erica did too, but I had a stalker that came to set a lot. But like we had.
You did?
Oh yeah, that's when we got security.
How did you not know this?
I always think it's funny about people and their stalkers. Shouldn't you really be with that person because they fucking will kill for you? They will do anything for you.
This will be edited.
Yeah.
This will be edited. So,
What are you stalkers out there?
that's easy for him to say because he's 6'5", 240. She's a little woman.
Maybe file this under things not to put on the internet, right?
Yeah, don't translate this, please.
He's joking.
Jokes. We got jokes. All right. We got only time for like 2 questions left. So, young person, hi, how are you? What's your question?
Tom, how did it feel whenever you broke the bed in the farm?
When you broke the bed, how did it look?
He said, how do you feel when you broke when?
Very different question.
I mean, that's a good follow-up, but
You're talking about in the pilot, when I was floating above the bed and then woke up and fell into the bed, is that what you mean?
Or how do you feel when you go to bed?
It's just when I broke the bed.
Broke the bed.
Right, in the pilot, where he was dreaming about Lana and then he fell down and broke the bed.
apparently it wasn't very
There were
memorable for
multiple
Tom.
bed breaking incidents. Which one are you referring to?
What's your favorite? What's your favorite? You don't have a favorite bed-breaking moment?
Well, I did think in the pilot, if that's what you're referring to, I thought it was a great moment to show the audience that he had this ability to fly without him knowing it. That levitation, it's actually the first time you ever see him show any, aside when he was like typing in the beginning, which like ultra fast, which was kind of funny. But that's the only time you see that this guy might be a little like special in a way and unique. Yeah.
At the last episode, I was like, get that suit on.
Oh, you were saying get the suit on in the last episode? Yeah, sort of, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
You're adorable.
Thank you, you are. You're adorable.
Good job.
All right, guys, final question, and we gotta get out of here.
No question. This better be a good one.
No pressure.
He won't answer it anyway.
Okay. I'm sorry, it's not Smallville related per se. First of all, I want to say thank you for being here, and I really appreciate it. I grew up with Smallville, and I actually wrote about it in my college admissions, and I got into my #1 college because of it, so thank you so much.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you. And since I recently graduated, I've been having a lot of thoughts about college again, and I know that you are studying right now, Kristin, and I was wondering, what is your major and why did you choose it? And for Tom and Michael, I'm not sure if you guys went to college or anything like that.
I went to the College of Smallville.
I went to college. I did. I graduated from Western Kentucky University. There's a hilltopper here tonight, I know. No?
That guy.
right there. There's a hilltopper. You gotta have a 2.2 to get in, baby, but we got it. Go hilltoppers.
Oh, you got another one too, over there.
Hilltoppers! Woo!
Okay, there.
Tom and Michael, what would you guys study and why? Or what did you study and why?
What would you study and why?
How do you hear that?
I'm trying to, I'm learning how to.
The sound isn't great.
Well, so real quick, because we gotta get out of here.
I'll tell you, I'm
What would you
studying
study?
history.
Yes.
History and why?
Why?
Yeah.
Short answer. Because I am kind of at a place where I want to understand where we are at, where I am at contextually, and it kind of places me in my present, and I love that.
Great.
Thank you.
Hey, can we get a picture with everybody behind us with the lights on? Can we do that?
House lights?
Do lighting?
Yeah, everybody turn the lights, stand